All right, let's dive right in today.
Sound good.
We're looking into what seems like a real-life art mystery.
Ooh, I love a good art mystery.
Yeah, this is really
I
interesting.
read the source material for this one.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are ready to go then.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so this source material reads like one of those classic detective novels
Mm-hmm.
with theft and a missing painting and clues to piece
A
together.
real whodunit.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I like that.
So we're dropped right into the action,
Absolutely. Right into the thick of it.
right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
So we meet Officer Brown,
Okay.
our detective in London,
Mm-hmm.
and then we also meet his partner, Officer Patel.
Oh, okay.
And there's also, of course,
Oh, is there a dog?
yes, there's Max, the dog.
Okay.
And they're all tasked with trying to figure out what happened to this masterpiece that has been stolen from a gallery owned by a Mr. Harris.
A missing masterpiece.
Yeah.
Sounds intriguing.
It is.
Yeah.
So the source material actually goes into detail about Officer Brown's daily routine.
Interesting.
Yeah, like really specific.
Okay, like what?
Things like his morning coffee and catching up on the news,
Mm-hmm.
even the fact that he takes Max for a walk every day.
Interesting.
But on this particular day, it's anything but routine.
Right, because of those
Yeah,
the Brown painting.
because of the theft.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it really highlights the fact that crime can disrupt even the most
I was gonna say.
normal, mundane routines.
Yeah, like even the most like routine-oriented people.
Yes.
It shakes things up.
It shakes things up and really kind of jolts you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, I like that.
And I think that's what the author was trying to get across here.
Right, and it makes the characters more relatable too.
Yes, definitely.
You know, we see them as people who are thrown off by this unexpected event.
Exactly.
It adds a human element to the story.
Yes, and speaking of human element,
Okay.
what did you think about that little detail?
Well,
About Max waiting patiently
Max waiting for his walk.
for his walk, yeah.
Yeah, in the middle of all this chaos.
Yes.
I thought that was such a great detail, like a reminder that
Yeah.
life goes on even when these big dramatic events are happening.
Yes.
Like, Max still needs his walk.
It still needs his walk.
Yeah.
Exactly. And maybe,
Maybe Max knows something.
maybe.
Maybe he saw something.
Yeah, maybe he'll be able to.
Maybe he's the key to cracking the case.
Yeah, maybe Max is going to be the one to actually solve this thing.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Dogs are very perceptive.
They are. They pick up on things that we don't even notice.
Absolutely.
So let's move on to
Okay.
the crime scene itself.
Yes, let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, so the source material describes a large painting that was stolen,
Mm-hmm.
and it specifically mentions that it had a golden frame.
A golden frame.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Right.
Why mention the frame?
Why mention the frame? Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also learn that only the gallery staff were actually present the day before the theft.
Oh, so a limited pool of suspects.
The gallery has these nightly security checks.
They had security checks, but it still happened.
Right.
So that begs the question, did somebody bypass security
Or,
disable it?
yes, or were they just not actually doing the checks?
Good point.
Yeah. And so Officer Brown obviously picks up on this right away.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts asking questions about the frequency of the checks.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Gotta start with the basics.
Exactly. And who was present, who was supposed to be doing these checks.
Right, establish a timeline.
Yeah. Trying to get all of that information.
Yeah.
And then, of course,
The source material leaves us hanging.
it leaves us with a real cliffhanger.
Ugh, I hate cliffhangers, but I love them.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It says the mystery has just begun.
So frustrating, but so good.
Ah, so good.
It's like, come on, I need more. But it's also brilliant because it makes you, the reader, start to think like a detective.
Yes.
You start to analyze the clues, think about the suspects, and try to figure out what could have happened.
Exactly. Like, who could be behind this?
Right. Was it someone on the inside?
Yeah.
Was it a professional art thief?
Or was it just like a crime of opportunity?
Is that like someone saw an opening and took it?
Exactly. So many possibilities.
So many questions.
Yeah, so let's just quickly recap what we know.
Okay, let's see.
So we have Officer Brown, a very dedicated detective
Check.
who was suddenly thrown out of his normal routine
Yep.
by this very intriguing case.
Uh-huh.
And then there's the stolen painting itself.
With the golden frame.
Yes, with the golden frame.
Don't forget the golden frame.
We can't forget that.
It could be important.
It could be very important.
Yeah.
And then there's the limited pool of suspects.
All within the gallery staff.
All within the gallery staff.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
And then finally, we have a mystery that
It's only just begun.
is only just unfolding.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does, and I think that's the beauty of this source material.
I agree.
It leaves us wanting more.
It does.
And it makes us think, what would we do if we were in Officer Brown's shoes?
Right. What would our next steps be?
Exactly. Would we focus on the security measures?
Yeah.
Or would we
Look more closely at the gallery staff?
maybe try to interview Max?
Maybe we should interview Max. He might have some insights.
He might be the key witness.
He might be. We don't know.
I'd love to see where this story goes.
Me too. And I think our listeners will too.
Absolutely. I think this is going to keep people guessing.
Yeah. So stay tuned for updates on this case.
Can't wait to hear more.
Me too.
This is going to be good.
It is. And hopefully we'll get some more clues next time.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. All right. That's all for today.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining me.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it has. And we'll see everyone again soon for another deep dive.
See you then.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.